Have you ever paused to think about the simple things we do every day and how they affect us? Like, why do we sometimes feel tired even after a full night's sleep? Or find it hard to stay focused on our work or studies? You might be surprised to find out that something as common as masturbation could be playing a role in this. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's chat about it. Masturbation is one of those topics that people don't talk about much. It's kind of a private thing, right? But just because we're not talking about it doesn't mean it's not important to think about how it fits into our lives. So, here's the deal. We're going to explore this topic together, but in a different way. I'm going to share a Zen story with you. Zen stories are cool because they make us look at everyday things in a new light, helping us find balance and peace in places we might not expect. This story isn't just about whether masturbating is good or bad for you. It's more about understanding ourselves and our habits a little better. It's about asking ourselves why we do what we do and how it makes us feel afterward. Are we looking for a quick fix to stress? Are we bored? Are we feeling lonely? Through this Zen tale, we'll take a journey into understanding how seeking momentary pleasure can have different effects on us, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. It's a gentle reminder that everything we do has an impact on our well-being, and finding balance is key. Imagine walking through a peaceful garden where every step brings you closer to feeling calm and centered. That's what we're aiming for here, a sense of calm and understanding about ourselves and our actions. This story is like a friend who's here to help us see things a bit more clearly, without judgment, just good vibes and some food for thought. So get comfy and stay tuned, because what you'll learn could be pretty interesting. Before we start, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe and share with others. Your support helps us create more valuable content. Once upon a time, in a tranquil Zen garden, lived a wise old master known to many as Namaskar. His presence was like a calm river, deep and serene, flowing with the ancient knowledge of life's intricate tapestry. One day, a young man named Kavi approached, his steps hesitant yet hopeful, carrying a question that burdened his soul. He found Namaskar sitting beside a gently flowing stream, the air around him alive with a peaceful energy. "Master," Kavi began, his voice barely above a whisper, "I come seeking guidance. Is masturbation harmful to health?" Namaskar looked at him with eyes full of understanding and compassion. "My dear friend," he started, his voice soothing, "anything done in excess can lead to imbalance. It's the nature of humans to seek more of what brings pleasure, but without mindfulness, pleasure can lead to addiction, and addiction, in any form, is a path to suffering." He paused, allowing his words to sink in, then continued, "Consider this. In Ayurveda, it is said that a single drop of semen is as precious as 40 drops of bone marrow. This comparison is not just about physical substance, but about the vitality and energy contained within. Similarly, 1 drop of sebum equates to 50 drops of blood. Imagine, then, the energy expended in thoughtless pursuit of momentary pleasure." Kavi sat down beside Namaskar, his mind wrestling with the depth of the master's words. "But," he hesitated, "I've heard arguments that it has benefits, like relieving sexual tension." Namaskar nodded, acknowledging the question. "Yes, it can serve as a release, a way to calm the storm of desires, but the key lies in moderation. In our world, the flames of desire are fanned by constant exposure to stimuli that were unknown in simpler times. The question then becomes not of benefit, but of balance." The young man absorbed the wisdom being shared. "I understand, Master, but how does one find this balance?" "With mindfulness," Namaskar replied. "Let me tell you a story of a young man much like yourself who found himself ensnared in the web of excess. This tale, though filled with shadows, is illuminated by the light of redemption." Kavi leaned closer, his heart open to the lessons this story might hold. This young man discovered the fleeting pleasures of masturbation, initially as an innocent exploration of his own being. However, as time passed, what was once occasional became habitual, weaving around him a web from which escape seemed impossible. Namaskar's words painted a vivid picture, drawing the young man deeper into the story. Night after night, he surrendered to this habit, seeking solace in its temporary embrace. But with each passing day, the cost of this comfort grew steeper. His vitality drained away, his relationships withered, and his ambitions dimmed under the shadow of his addiction. Kavi felt a stirring within, a mix of empathy and fear as he saw parts of his own life reflected in the story. The turning point came after he married, hoping to build a future filled with love and shared dreams. Yet his secret struggle cast a long shadow over his marriage, creating a chasm of intimacy and trust that seemed insurmountable. The joy of starting a family, a dream he cherished, was tainted by the specter of his addiction. Namaskar's gaze was gentle, yet it bore the weight of truth, urging the Kavi to absorb the gravity of the tale. In his darkest hour, he sought me out, a soul in turmoil, yearning for a beacon of hope. Together, we embarked on a journey back to balance, weaving through the practices of mindfulness, moderation, and the healing disciplines of yoga. It was a path fraught with challenges, but illuminated by the possibility of renewal. The story resonated deeply with Kavi, offering not just a cautionary tale, but a roadmap to redemption. This young man's journey from the depths of despair to the light of self-control and harmony is a testament to the human spirit's resilience. It teaches us that though we may falter, we are never beyond redemption. The web of excess, once binding, can be unraveled through the steady hands of mindfulness and the heart's courage to change. Excess in any form can cloud your mind, weaken your body, and darken your spirit. It can steal away your focus, your energy, and your potential. But remember, it is never too late to seek balance, to redirect your energy into paths that nurture rather than deplete you. As Kavi absorbed the wise words of Master Namaskar, a moment of silence fell between them, the only sound being the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. The young man, with a spark of curiosity ignited within him, broke the silence with another question. Master Namaskar, how do I start with these practices? It all seems overwhelming. Namaskar, understanding the young man's concerns, responded with compassion. Begin with small steps. Choose one activity that brings you joy or peace. It could be reading a book, taking a walk in nature, or simply sitting quietly and observing your breath. The key is consistency. The young man nodded, pondering over the simplicity of the advice. And what about yoga? I've never tried it before. Namaskar smiled warmly. Let me show you a simple breathing exercise to start. It's called the full breath. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs from bottom to top like filling a glass of water. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly, emptying the lungs completely. Practice this each morning and evening, and you'll begin to notice a calmness of mind. Encouraged, the young man asked, and if I struggle with my old habits? Ah, Namaskar said, this is where the beauty of mindfulness comes in. Observe your urges without judgment, as if you're watching clouds pass in the sky. Acknowledge them, but let them go, focusing instead on your breath or the task at hand. Kavi felt a weight lifting off his shoulders. Thank you, Master. Your words give me hope. Namaskar placed a reassuring hand on the young man's shoulder. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Do not despair if you stumble. It's part of learning to walk the path. And on this path, you're never alone. I and many before me have walked it. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the Zen garden, Kavi stood up, his heart filled with a new sense of purpose. I will remember your teachings, Master, and I'll start today. Go in peace and remember, the strength you seek is already within you, Namaskar called out as the young man walked away, ready to embrace a new chapter of his life with mindfulness and moderation at its core. As we conclude our exploration of managing challenges related to masturbation, here are some practical tips to guide you on your journey. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, friends, and family can greatly support your well-being. Engaging in hobbies like reading, sports, or creative pursuits can redirect your energy towards fulfilling activities. Yoga offers a unique blend of physical and mental benefits, promoting self-control and well-being. Regular physical activity, whether running, swimming, or playing sports, can also be beneficial. Additionally, mindfulness practices can help you observe urges without judgment, allowing you to navigate them with greater awareness. Remember, setbacks are part of the journey, not the end. Be kind to yourself, learn from them, and move forward with even more determination. Consistency in these practices is key to lasting change. By integrating them into your daily life, you'll not only overcome challenges but also cultivate a more balanced, enriched, and vibrant existence. Keep pushing forward with self-belief, and you'll discover the strength to achieve success in all areas of your life. Wishing you well on your journey.